Hi, I'm Josh Ingham from Northern Credit Union. I'm the Community Outreach Manager, and I'm here with Brad, Mark, and EJ from Team Jacobs. If you don't know, Team Jacobs is a partner with Northern Credit Union, and if you've been in quarantine for too long, these gentlemen are responsible for some huge Northern Ontario pride, with a long list of incredible victories from 10-time Northern Ontario provincial champions, Tim Hortons Brier champions, to Olympic gold medalists. And Team Jacobs, thank you for joining our call today. I really appreciate it. Guys, we can't be face to face. We can't be in a room. We can't be all on the same camera, but we can have a call and chit chat. So I'm going to toss it over to Brad. Brad, how have you and your family been coping with the COVID-19 pandemic, man?
Yeah, thanks for doing this, Josh. Unfortunately, although we can't be face to face, we're still in each other's living rooms, so that's good. Hey, but my wife, first of all, she's a saint. She's a teacher. She's been working as best she can from home and doing the best also to take care of our family and the kids. So, but it's been all right. I got to say, we've spent a lot of quality family time at home. We really got our outdoor space working quite well for us at home now. So we've been spending a lot of time just as a family outside, going for bike rides, by the lake, kayaking, boating, stuff like that. And at the same time, I've been doing my best, and so is my wife actually, to stay in shape during this time. We've been training from home for the upcoming season, and actually just recently we've been allowed to head back into the gym. So it's exciting. That's what we've been doing.
I've been super curious about those kind of things. As being an athlete, what does that look like during COVID when your season is canceled? So it's interesting to hear. In regards to the pandemic, guys, what are some of the most non-essential services you've missed?
I think number one for me is actually just sitting in a restaurant with my family. Something we would do once or twice a week. Now we can't. It's something we definitely took for granted. So I'm looking forward to doing that. And also, I'm a big movie goer, so not being able to have access to a movie theater has been tough. So, just those little things you take for granted that we'll certainly look forward to doing once all this is over.
For me, similar to Mark, both of us are avid movie goers and love going to the theater. So that's something I miss as well. I'm following suit with Brad and Ryan. I'm getting to the point where my hair is almost gone, so I don't really miss like getting a haircut or anything. I can just clip all that on my own at home. So I'm not in the same boat as many others there. But I know even with I have two young children. Just like Brad and Mark. Well, Mark's girls are a little bit older, but I know my daughter's been asking about going to the park and going to different areas like that, and so I'm really missing that, through them being able to go to Bellevue Park here in Sault Ste. Marie, which has a great setup in terms of lots of play equipment for the kids and the splash pad and so on and so forth. So I would say right now for me, it's more of those things that are really involving the kids and getting outside and enjoying some of the great spaces that we have. Some of that's opening up now with the beaches and that sort of thing. But I would say, some of those public places that you can go to with your family and enjoy yourself.
Thanks for your honesty there, guys, and your openness. But what I want to talk about today is you guys have generously come on board to help us with a big cause that Northern Credit Union has been doing with in coordination with United Way. It's the True North Stronger Fund. That's the main reason why we're here today. And would you guys tell us a little bit about why you're helping support this fund?
It's easy for us. I mean, we're extremely patriotic in terms of where we come from, where we reside, and where we've grown up. So for us, we're extremely proud of living in Sault Ste. Marie and living in Northern Ontario. As you mentioned in the beginning there, Josh, so proud to be able to represent Northern Ontario at the Tim Hortons Brier at the Canadian Championships and men's curling and having the opportunity to win that once, representing Northern Ontario. So it doesn't get much better for us to be able to give back to not only our community here in Sault Ste. Marie, but right across all of Northern Ontario. We've had tremendous support, again, from our local community here in Sault Ste. Marie and again, all across Northern Ontario. So for us, we always look for any way that we can also give back to our northern communities, just like NCU does. So here it's a no-brainer. It's great where NCU serves all across Northern Ontario, gives back all across Northern Ontario, and so it allowed us to be to do that as well. So we took the first step by donating $500 to the True North Stronger Fund. And the great part about that is we know that NCU will match that donation up to $20,000 total. So it's a great way for us to, again, just do our part to give back because of the gratitude that we have in terms of where we come from and for the support that Northern Ontario provides to us and to our curling team. So it was a no-brainer, and really it's a great initiative that NCU has brought forward. And again, I think a really, really awesome part of the fund and the way that it's set up is that it stays local. It stays within your community when you make that donation. And it goes to some great causes, especially with what's going on in terms of whether it's helping with food security, wage assistance, or healthcare. All great initiatives that will benefit and again stay local within your community and across Northern Ontario and the communities that NCU serves. So it was again a no-brainer for us, and we're extremely proud to be a part of it and extremely proud to be aligned with Northern Credit Union for some of the great work that they do all across Northern Ontario within those northern communities.
How important is it to you that the donations stay local in the fund?
I think it's extremely important, Josh. Each community is very unique, and I think it's important that Northern Credit as well as United Way understand the individual needs of each one of these communities. A good example of this, we were talking about this before, is United Way recently used the fund to actually provide firewood to a family that didn't have any power during quarantine. So just a really good example of the funds being used in a local way. And I know if you go to northerncu.com/TNS fund, you can read about all the ways that the money is being used. And as you mentioned, Josh, if you enter your postal code when you donate, you can ensure that all of your funds are being used in your local community. So just a very cool initiative and a great way to give back to Northern Ontario.
Yeah, and we're lucky to have partners in you and in United Way who came on board and helped us develop the platform to make sure that we could track these dollars in our communities. Keep looking at EJ out in his living room. He might have the best living room today, man. It looks gorgeous out there today.
This is Northern Ontario at its best, right?
When things are back to whatever normal is going to look like in Ontario, what's the first thing you want to hit up?
Well, unlike my teammates, I'm going to need a haircut.
Look at that mop.
I got a tail going on in the back, and I still haven't braved a hair salon yet. So I'm going to let it run a bit more and make my teammates a little bit jealous, but that's probably going to be the first thing I do here before we get back on the ice.
Just let the girls have at it. See what happens.
Yeah, see how that goes. Yeah.
Like I mentioned, my kids are 5 and 2.5. So to kind of process what's happening, it's a little bit difficult for them. I would say, my eldest, my daughter is doing a really good job with it, but getting back to a little bit more of that normalcy, being around more people and really the social aspect. I think that's what, us and the kids are really missing is seeing everyone that we would normally see on a normal basis and hopefully, in a little bit more of a kind of normal way, right? Trying to respect everything that's put in place with physical distancing and doing our part. And then when we can get back to that little bit of normalcy, I think myself and the family are really looking forward to that. So whether it be, go and enjoy that splash pad or get back to the monkey bars and swings, that sort of thing.
I'm trying to grow the hair back, boys. It's not going great. And I was thinking about making a trip to the barber because I just love that interaction with my barber Franco. But I've taken on cutting my own hair at my house and cut my son's hair the other day, so I'm not sure I'm going to even need that. But I'm a lot like these guys. Sean and I have been talking a lot lately about just getting out together and maybe getting a sitter for the kids and heading out and having a nice night out, nice dinner. I was a vegetarian for several months. Throughout the season, I recently started introducing meat back into my diet, so I'm looking forward to a nice big thick steak at a restaurant, maybe a couple glasses of wine, and I think that would be a lot of fun. And the other thing too, even though it's maybe not the first thing we'll do, but hopefully it's around the corner in the near future here, is getting out and traveling again. Not only with the guys on the road and looking forward to hopefully competing, we're crossing our fingers there, but maybe taking a nice family trip. So those are a couple of things that I'm looking forward to.
Thank you for being here. And Brad, any final messages from Team Brad Jacobs before I let you go? I'll try and eke out one more minute or two with you guys.
For sure. So just, you know what, really quick, stay safe. Most importantly, let's take care of each other during these difficult times. I think everybody's been doing a great job. Let's keep up the great work. Know that we'll get through this, of course, but only if we help and support one another, because we're stronger together. That's it.
Right on. It's true. I love that. Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate it. And, on that note, we had New Zealand Stadium open up this week, full fans. I bet you that the question for some people out there, the first thing they're going to do when COVID-19 is done, they're looking forward to being in the stadium cheering you guys on. So we're hoping too that the season opens back up and we can really show our pride and our support as fans as well. So thank you guys so much for joining me today, for having this conversation, peering back what life's been like with you guys for a little while. And for those of you out there who are watching, remember northerncu.com/TNS fund. Donate to your community today. Brad Jacobs, Northern Credit Union, and in coordination with the United Way. Thank you guys so much.